Hey guys, this is Joie and this is going to be a walkthrough, first impression walkthrough of the Joie de Vivre Tarot. Why did I say that so weird? By Paulina Cassidy, who goes by a different name, I think, by now. I can't remember what, but I think either this is the new one or there's another one. But, there was some name change. That's as much as I know. And this was a book depository order, and unfortunately for the first time I got the deck a bit squished, and I never had that problem. I heard from others that they experience this often. I didn't, so it was kind of disappointing because I take good care of my boxes and like take good care of my everything, so it's kind of disappointing that now the box looks like this, especially because this is a dog box, so it already shows wear and tear, and it's just gonna be worse with time, and I don't like that. I contacted them, but if there's any update on that, because this walkthrough is going to be go up long after that I'm filming it, there's gonna be something in the description. If you care, check it. But anyway, that's just, at least the cards were not damaged, and for once I was happy for the extra cellophane or whatever it's called. So yeah, it's a top box. Top box here. There's a fold on one side, and there's I think this is the Three of Cups, but I'm not entirely sure, so because it's not labeled as it's here, but we will see. And I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, so let's see. There's a little white book, which is quite big. Oh, it's thick actually. With no table of contents, but it's small. There's an introduction, which I will read at some point. Quite a lot of text for the majors. There's a description of the card, which is always cool. And there's a reverse, keywords and reverse meaning, which is, if you read reversals, even if you don't read reversals, knowing the shadowy negative aspect of the card is always good, because sometimes with the Fool, for example, recklessness is coming up. It's not always just taking that leap of faith. I really like this, divider. It's so delicate, and I just appreciate the extra, touch. And let's check the suits. Okay, no extra. I mean, no summary for the suit. It dives into the cards, and there's quite a lot of text for the minors as well, so it's not a lot smaller than the majors, which is appreciated, because sometimes there are only like a sentence for a minor card, and I always read the minors as more of the everyday life aspect of the human's existence, so it's good to know more about them because they come up more often. And then there's a spreading the joy. Oh, nice. I kind of think maybe think about try to spread revisited first. Spread the, oh, what is it? There was something. Oh, I never know the name of the spread. Gerald Tarostash came up with it, and it's connected to joy. So. And then Paulina Cassidy about something. Okay, so one spread. That's not bad. It's, something small. And then the cards. So I really like her art style. And there's a new deck out, Phantasma, maybe that's the name, which I'm quite sure that at some point I'm going to get it, but I'm not getting too much mass market decks at the moment, because I have the luxury to wait and get them later. But I already saw that she's working on something new, and I like that one as well. I'm thinking about getting the Spirit Song, but not the Paulina Cassidy, because with the two, this was the one that I liked more. We'll see. Because like I said, I really like the artwork. I like the intricacy. I like all the small details, the colors. And I like, it's kind of interesting. I mean, interesting cardstock. I don't think I have anything similar. It doesn't feel bad, but it feels weird. I don't know. And this is the back, which I kind of didn't know that it looks like this. I mean, it's original, right? I mean, it should be original. I have to check. And I kind of didn't know that it looks like that. And I think if I can, I probably going to trim it, though I'm not entirely sure, because if I just look at it, they are, not matching. Are they? I don't know. So, because I don't want to trim it if the backs are not matching up, because that would, I think, bother me. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'll keep you updated. So the full card. There's a lot. I think it's Rider-Waite Smith based. So if you know the system, you have no problem reading these cards. But I love that, how there's a lot of intricate, tiny details that you can pick up on when you're doing a reading. For example, there are mushroom ears where there's a kind of evil smiley under the ledge that this fool is standing on. There's a bat instead of a dog, which I appreciate. There's a spider. There are butterflies. So there's a lot going on in just one card. So it kind of tells a story. There's danger as well. I appreciate that. And I really don't like the back. I mean, it just looks like a really bad sketch compared to how good the artwork is. And I like the font. So Magician is more of like a genie in a bottle, a lamp with a cat face. But there's another one with the, infinity symbol. And just like with previously, there's a lot of tiny details. Which is, I mean, I'm quite curious what I will pick up on in the readings. That's something that I'm looking forward to experience. I kind of feel like this is going to be a spring deck, by the way, which is good because I only have, I think, one, the Austerito High Priestess. Ooh, I like her. She's my card. I mean, she's the card that I always check in the tarot when I have the number 2 tattooed. Long before I knew what tarot was or what number the High Priestess had, but it kind of fell into place that these two now means the High Priestess. Because the previous meaning why I got it no longer applies. Empress. I would be a little sad, that she's not pregnant, but she has eggs on her head, so in a way, she is pregnant, which I appreciate because this is one of my, pregnant card. Is my main. I read it, when I pull this in relationship readings, I always think about, there might be a child in the picture as well. Obviously. Emperor. But it's always fun to hear what other people, assign to certain cards, like pregnancy, which card means or comes up in readings that would tell you about pregnancies and stuff like that. It's always really fun to learn about. They kind of look like dragons, but not entirely. The Hierophant. There's a lot of creatures down here waiting for, this person to teach them. I like the fishes. The crown of fish. Lovers. Getting a message. I'm just looking for a choice, but I mean they chose, each other. Chariot. Ooh, I like the snail. And it's kind of good because, you have to keep them, even though they're not... the rein is not tight, which is good, but they are not going to the same direction, which I'm not necessarily liking. Strength. Quite typical, but, it's not a bad thing. A lion creature, the hermit, with a dragonfly and some antlers, which I learned that in certain cultures, shamanic cultures, it's a connection to, or it symbolizes higher spirituality. And the wheel. Interesting, because it's inside of this person or creature or whatever. But it doesn't seem to bother with it. Justice. Hangman. I love the boots. I don't know why, but I love those. Death. Oh, on a bed. Oh, quite interesting, because they're flying into who knows what, a portal, maybe? Temperance. And, the balance is needed to achieve inside of this creature, not necessarily just outside. Which is really cool. And there's also, I think it looks like snow, but spring at the same time. The beginning and the end. The devil. I really like the art style. It's just so quirky, and I love these, tiny figures. Like they can be fruits or something. The tower. Ooh, something attacked the tower. And it kind of highlights that part when you're jumping, because you have to go, and it's that's the right decision, and butterflies are helping because you made that decision for yourself and you were not thrown out. The star with the really cool boots. I like that almost all the flowers have faces. The moon. I'm really trying not to spend time with just staring at the card and not saying anything. So 3 owls, as in the 3 aspects of the goddess. Maiden, crone, and mother. I always say mother matter last, I don't know why. The sun, no baby, but a young creature, probably. Interestingly, the sun is kind of in a thinking mood. Lamenting over things. Judgment. I mean, it has the, the horn and everything, but I don't necessarily see the what I read into the card, leveling up and learning from your past mistakes, but turning those into something new. I don't necessarily see that, which is not, I'm not saying it's bad. The word, it's an interesting one. These are very interesting cards. I mean, I really like the storybook type of art and illustration, but they differ enough to be interesting, to see what they will come up in readings. Funny how things change, because I don't know, 6 months, a year ago, I would have been terrified by a deck that has not easily understandable meanings. I would have been like completely put off at first, but now I'm just getting excited when that happens. 2 of Wands, choice, yes. 3 of Wands. The 4. Oh, is this the wedding for the birds? With friends and family. The 5. I think you can see that it's more about a petty argument than, anything serious. I mean, it's serious for them. Just, yeah, not actually serious. 6 of Wands. Ooh, nice. I like that. 7 of Wands. Yeah, usually you can see who's holding up the wands in the 7 of Wands. And it's kind of good, because it's makes it more obvious that you're where you're supposed to be. And these people have a problem, but it's their, problem. They all look, sad and angry and whatever. And this creature looks happy and content and just where they're supposed to be. 8 of Wands. Ooh, can I go? Can I go to the space? To space, to the space, to space. 9 of Wands. Another interesting one. Protecting what's yours. Most definitely. Wow, I kind of like this creature. 10 of Wands. Yeah, caring too much. But sometimes you have to take care of responsibilities as well. And then we have the Page. I think all the court cards are, named the same as well. I mean, like the traditional names. The Page is quite happy. Has that jester sort of energy. 9 of Wands. Yeah, let's hope this creature is not going to burn everything up. Ugh, I really don't like the back. Queen of Wands. I just wish, it wouldn't been wide bordered. You can just put, one color on it, and then it's easier to trim as well. Or even if you don't trim it, at least it just kind of gives a nicer feeling, I think. Queen of Wands, yes. I like all the greenery. And then we have the King, who's very confident and happy and wants to go and rule, which I appreciate. And then there are the Cups. The 2. Look at those boots. They are so cool. I like the pointy legs, I think. Pointy limbs and pointy legs. The three, yeah, it's the Three of Cups then, not the Three of I think I said the Three of Pentacles. Did I say the Three of Cups? I wasn't paying attention to this part. Especially because there's only two here because they removed it. But yeah, it was obviously, you know, friends on the picture. Or, you know, people who like each other. Four of Cups. There's nudes as well here, you know, a letter. Everybody's trying to have fun, but you're just looking and, you know, looking at something that's not even there. Five of Cups. The 6. And then the 7. Underwater, but there are bats, which I really like. That must be the latest fashion, underwater. 8 of Cups. Interesting. Using the cups to fly away. I don't think I've seen anything like that where you use the cups to move. I'm not even sure what I feel about it. Even though it could be a good reading, you know, that you're using whatever you need to leave behind as a motivation, for example, to help you move forward. So basically you're not forgetting about it, you're not pretending it didn't happen just because it was painful that you had to leave it, but you're using it to move forward. So yeah, it can be a good one. 9 of Cups. I like these creatures. The 10. Oh, and I think I can use this deck to tarot stories as well. Page of Cups. The Knight. Interesting because, you know, the pages bring, you know, messages for sure, but Nice brings offers more than messages, but it kind of feels like a message, even though I don't know how you would illustrate an offer. I love these fishies. Queen of Cups. And then the King. Ooh, I like the, what is it called? Not robe, but you know, what he's wearing. You know, commanding emotions and creativity and the power. Very cool. And then we have the sword. Oh, look at that kitty. And then the 2. Three of Swords. Everything 3, huh? Four of Swords. Interesting. Sword of Resting. Five of Swords. Definitely not something, I mean, not how I read. Depending on if, you know, this is just one creature or is this 2 standing behind. I mean, it looks 2, right? They're standing behind each other. So this, I don't know. I mean, they can be selfish together. Let's check let's check the Five of Swords. I mean, I always check one card. So let's... Five of Swords. Acceptance, interesting. Action, conflict, change, and sacrifice. Sacrifice. Reverse is intimidation, maliciousness, false sense of victimization. Okay. So I guess there's more to the cards than just the RWS. Or do you read it like that? Do let me know. Comment down below. Six of Swords. A bit too calm and happy for me, but... Seven is what? Yeah, usual. Eight of Swords. Ooh, I like that one. Nine. Interesting, there are, you know, some happy hearts over there. And some butterflies. Maybe, you know, to signal that not all is as bad as you perceive. And then the 10 with the snail. And not, you know, in the creature, and there's a snake sneaking away. Ooh, the Page of Swords looks a bit lunatic, which I kind of like. It has a mad scientist in the making kind of feel. Or, you know, the Cheshire Cat. Knight of Swords, rushing forward as well. Ooh, hello there, Queenie. I like this queen. She has that, did you think that I will believe that bullshit face? And then we have the king. Much more calm and refined. And then we have the last one, the coins. We have the ace. And the 2. And the 3. Look, I have this, I have that. We have a collection together. 4. Oh, it's a sort of spidery creature. Very interesting. I like that. You know, spiders sit and wait. And they don't rush into getting rid of things. They're very patient, which you sometimes need to be. With that card, 5. And the 6. And then the 7. I like that there's a heart underneath. Because it kind of shows that whatever we're talking about, when the 7 of coins, pentacles comes up, is something that you care about. It's not just, you know, the everyday grinding type of work. It's something that you want to succeed. 8 of coins. Brewing some potions. And we have the 9 of coins. With apple slices. And then the 10. I mean, it can work. The page. I wouldn't say that this is good for beginners, especially because the guidebook talks about different interpretations, though I always hesitant to say that because it really just depends on if you want to go down, you know, the rabbit hole and want to get multiple decks and want to read with the RWS system, because if you're happy with just one deck, because you can be, you don't have to have, you know, all sorts of decks, then it doesn't matter which deck you pick up, because you can use that guidebook and learn the meanings and start reading. It can be a problem when you want to venture out and get more decks who use the more traditional meanings. I mean, that's the only disadvantage with a deck like this. And that's only a disadvantages. No, how do you say that word? It's only a problem. This is how you say that. If you're not willing to learn. Page of coins. And then thank you so much for not rushing, but, you know, standing still and being more careful where to go next, because I need that in a Knight of Pentacles, coins, whatever. And then we have the Queen with a kind of grumpy rabbit, and then the King. Ooh, you know, with everything that you have, you know, with the whole kingdom behind them. Yeah, I quite like that. I really don't like the back. I think it's just not enough, not well made enough compared to the artwork itself. I don't know, or maybe it's just me and I'm being picky and over spoiled and everything. But let's pick 3 cards to look at them on the table. I don't mix them before I film the flip through, because you know, I don't want to go through and rearrange everything, because I'm lazy like that. But am I in frame? Yes, I am. So this is how they look on the table. I will have to look up, you know, if people trimmed the borders, because I think the artwork can work so much nicer if the borders are not there. And I don't think I could, you know, take out off the titles. I think that's needed, at least at the beginning. But yeah, these 3 could easily go. So yeah, I will check, you know, other people what they did. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, hit that bell icon. If you want to support the channel because you think what I do here is worth supporting, then you can check how to do that in the description, where you can find a way to book a reading with me as well. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.